right, everybody. During this break, I think it's time for us to talk about something kind of important. I'm gonna mute my phone. Mute phone, there we go. Okay, so the important thing we need to talk about is ethics in restringing mandolins. And to join me with this conversation is avid mandolin restringer, Tyler Lexvold. Tyler, come on over here. So this will be good. This is just a, PSA for you guys, just ethics and restringing. Okay, hi Tyler. Hi. Let's make sure that you're in the shot here. Okay, so we're waiting to see if Tyler is in the shot or if we need to adjust. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so like I said, during this break time, we're going to be talking about the ethics of restringing mandolins, possibly other string instruments if we have the time, okay? Now, for just clarification purposes, we're talking about a traditional 8-string mandolin, that is 4 strings each with a resonating second string of its type. So, Tyler.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I guess we could get right into it.
Okay.
So, as an avid restringer of mandolins, what would you say are the top 3 incidents of ethics violation with the typical mandolin player?
I would say using string strings rather than the proper material.
Yep.
Yarn does not work.
Yarn is a bad
that's a big
string
one for that.
yes.
It's a big mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's strung, people I've heard tend to cut them with scissors just right off, thinking this will be really good for sound. It's not.
No.
Because you've just ruined what you've done.
Yep.
The other one is soaking the mandolin in vinegar.
Oh.
After stringing it.
Okay.
People, I've heard the theory that it helps it to keep that sound after it's tuned longer. But that, of course, is not the case.
Okay, sure. So I think that most interesting out of those 3 is definitely the third one, soaking the mandolin in vinegar. Now, some of you might be asking, why would soaking an instrument in vinegar, I understand that it would be bad for the instrument, but why would it be unethical? And the reason it's unethical is because mandolins are well known to have souls. So there are 2 spiritual beings that inhabit the earth, and that is mankind or womankind, and mandolin kind or womendolin kind.
Yes.
Yep. And actually, mendolin are decades behind us as far as like social structure and cultural values and things of that nature. So, it's a little bit of like, are we playing God by dipping these mandolins in vinegar that they may not want to be dipped in, And there's not really any way for them to communicate with us.
Right, not yet.
Yep, not yet. Yeah.
It's hard to learn how to use your spiritual vocal cords when you're drowning in vinegar.
Exactly.
That
is very difficult to. You can tell that they don't want to generally if the vinegar starts to bubble a little bit, like it's screaming for help. But much like the Salem witch trials, you wind up drowning the mandolin or womendolin in some instances with, by the time that the test is done.
Yeah.
So generally unethical. Now let's back up a little bit, okay? To the cutting the strings with scissors.
Yeah. So people think that after you've strung them and tuned them, that the cutting of them will prevent detuning. But what they don't understand is that it just prevents the stringing at all, and it does prevent detuning.
Yes.
Those strings will no longer untune. But they don't understand that it's basically pointless.
Yeah. Yep. Extremely pointless. It's like say that you were at a dog show or something with your like prized poodle boxer mix and a boxer.
Yes.
Thank you. And that poodle boxer mix kept kept we'll say violating the other dogs. If say you decided, okay, well, I can't have that at the shows, so I'm going to spay or neuter my Boxer.
Poodle boxer.
Poodle Boxer sorry. Well then, you're not going to have any more price Poodle Boxer or Boxers. So it's very similar to that. And again, since mandolins have no way of communicating with us yet, we have trouble deciding or understanding whether or not they actually want this. So now we're going to take some questions from the audience. Any questions? Let's just submit them here, and
We'll do our best.
yeah, we'll do our best to answer them. So
It's a tough topic.
yeah, it's a hard topic. Yes. Waiting on questions. Still waiting on questions.
This is a hot topic.
It's a hot button issue.
It's true.
Oh, okay. Is Drew single? Is the first question. No.
100%.
Nope, I am not. Yep.
No.
That deal has been sealed.
Several years ago.
I
Yep.
have a follow-up question. Can you relate that back to mandolin restraining?
Oh, so we've had another question. Can we relate my singleness to the ethics of stringing mandolins?
I think I might be able to attempt that.
All right.
His singleness is equivalent to not drowning mandolins in vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
But see, he's married there, which is identical to drowning of the mandolins in vinegar. You're married, people drown. See, if you were single,
Mm-hmm.
it would be as if or equal to people not drowning their mandolins. But
So you're saying it would be better if I was single?
no, I'm saying
I don't
I'm
necessarily
saying that-
agree with that, but we take
I'm
opinions.
saying
from all
that,
sorts.
that you are perfectly married.
All right, now whoever's on the breakthrough account asking questions needs to sign off. That would be Deborah. Deborah, going to prom with a man named Carter, has just made a huge blunder. So continuing on,
Drew,
let's.
Drew, you have a marriage request.
Yes, this is the same person who asked me if I was
I
single.
know.
I'm already married.
won't
My
let.
heartstrings belong to another,
So you
much
should
like
sign up.
the mandolin strings, which currently belong to the mandolin owner because mandolins don't have, and womendolins, womendolins, mandolins, and womendolins
That was the correct term.
also don't have.
Established in 1950.
Yes, they don't have rights right now, but we're working on that. Us at the Society of Ethical Treatment of Mandolins and Womendolins' Rights.
We're working on
We're working on that. Yep, you can contact your congressman. So let's continue with questions, shall we? Any other questions? Nothing to do with the relationship status of us. We're trying to keep this about the good Mandolin and womendolin that need our help. All right, let's spare even one for Joe. That's a lot of strings, though. Again, with the relationship questions, let's just cool our jets a little bit and let's keep the topic on mandolins. All right, we are going to invite an additional guest, and we're going to have a little bit of a panel now. So this is other
expert of European
Yep.
mandolins.
Yep. Expert of European mandolin stringing. Deborah Medina, why don't you come on up here, Deborah Medina? Like we said, Deborah Medina has been a 40-year veteran of stringing European mandolins ethically. She will also be going to prom this prom season with a boy that I have never met. All right, here we go.
Who is being followed?
Okay, so Deborah, thank you for coming and joining us.
Yes, of course.
Yes, okay. Well, let's jump right into it like we did with Tyler. So, in European mandolins, what would you say are Tyler, get back here. What would you say are the top 7 ethical violations of mandolins during the act of restraining?
Well, actually, European is much like what Tyler was saying about the American, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think you said something about vinegar, pouring vinegar.
Soaking.
Oh, it's soaking, yes. Okay, well, for us it's pouring.
Oh.
That's a little more elegant.
Yes.
A little less violent.
Okay.
Yes.
You have audio-wise right now?
But see, as everyone's back, maybe we should put a
All
pause
right.
on.
Thank you for joining us this week on the treatment of, oh, we have one more question. Hold on. Can you give us some examples of what you've done to advocate for womendolin's rights? Yes, we can give examples. I think we'll each give 1.5 examples. Okay? Starting with Deborah.
I'm gonna pass. You guys
can't
go
pass.
first.
No,
Pass on time left.
that's not how this panel works.
Oh, no panels work.
I don't know. For me, because I haven't really done anything.
You are a 40-year veteran. How have you not done anything? Catherine, please eject Deborah from the show.
You are.
All right. Catherine.
In 1940, our organization organized a team to advocate specifically for the right of a womendolin to choose her owner. Many womendolins have never been bought before because, as far as we know, they don't have that ability.
And a half.
You have to give a half.
And we also...
All right. As far as my advocacy for Mandolin and womendolin's ethical treatment during the restringing process, I always make sure to restring my mandolins in an open air environment, typically well heated, not too hot, and humidified, and then always with background music of Chris Thiele. Other things that I've done include
And then for myself, I make sure that the humidity in the room is just right for the womendolin, which is a very delicate process, as well as.
And that concludes our program today on rights. Do you got them? Join us next time when we speak with avid tongue depressor stick advocate Sean Medine in his efforts to free all tongue depressor sticks from their bondage of corn dogs. Thank you and have a good night. Cue the music.
This message has been brought to you by...
Pants! Wear them.